Yo, what's up guys? What's going on? Are you interested in getting stronger? Got a great video for you today. I'm going to give you 5 big tips on how to get stronger, how to improve your ability to pick things up and put them back down. Tip number 1, do the big lifts or compound movements. Now when we say big lifts, we are talking about squats, deadlifts, lunges, bench press, pull-ups, rows, heavy carries, so strongman stuff, and also Olympic lifting. Big lifts are what we call compound movements. They incorporate a whole bunch of muscle groups, so pretty much all your muscle mass. These big lifts are involved in these exercises. They're not necessarily isolated movements or machine-based movements. These are free weight movements that incorporate just a whole bunch of muscle mass. They are the absolute best at giving you more size, ultimately giving you more strength. Number 2, increase the volume. So for example, if I just squat one time a week and don't do it multiple times, I'm probably not going to get stronger at that lift. So in order to be able to get better at something, I have to have a repetitive nature of doing that particular thing. So if I want to get better at squats, instead of just squatting one time a week where I'm under the barbell, it would make a lot of sense to squat multiple times. So powerlifters do this, right? They don't just squat one time a week, they squat multiple times per week. What you do want to pay attention to is you can only go at 100% intensity probably one day a week, and that's usually the first day that you squat. So just say, for example, if you only squat now one time a week and that's on Monday, you would now add in a Wednesday and a Friday squat routine. But your best day will be on Monday, okay, because that's the first day of the week, and as you kind of go through the week, you kind of slightly reduce the intensity, as well as you might change the pattern in itself. So you might do barbell squat Monday, and then reduce the weight and the intensity on Wednesday, and then change the whole pattern on a Friday, maybe a front squat or a box squat. But this is the way you would look at these things. You want to do multiple sessions per week to be able to increase your strength at a particular lift. Number 3, R&R. Okay, or reps and rest. So when you're getting stronger, it's important to understand what the rep range is. So strength rep range is 5 reps and below. Okay, so 1 to 5 reps is the strength rep range. Strength rep ranges are highly neurological, so it takes your nervous system to be able to fire up a whole bunch of muscle tissue at once, okay, really gear up to lift those heavy weights. So just understand it's 5 reps and below. And also the rest, how much rest it requires. So in order to be able to do that for multiple times, usually when you're doing strength rep ranges, 5 reps and below, you're doing multiple sets. So you might do 5 sets, for example. You do more sets than when you would do other things like train for fat loss or train to get bigger. But you also have to rest longer because your nervous system gets taxed more than your muscular system. It takes longer to recover. So in order to be able to lift those heavy weights, okay, or get that high intensity back up, you need that rest. So that's around 5 minutes. So when you're doing these heavy lifting sets, okay, you need about 5 minutes rest to be able to come in and get 100% intensity on that next set again. Very important to understand that, what the reps are and how much rest is required to be able to get up to that intensity to get the most out of your strength gains repetitively. Number 4, progressive overload. So if you're going to get stronger, you have to make sure you're constantly putting the system, your body, your muscles, okay, your bones, your ligaments, your joints under enough tension to be able to force it to do so. So you have to progressively get stronger or incrementally get stronger on a week-to-week basis. Now, for beginners, this happens simply, and you get stronger a lot faster. So you might put on, okay, week to week, be putting on a bunch of weight, but you advanced guys know it takes a little bit longer. So when you progressive overload, it doesn't have to be a lot. It could be just a little bit. So for example, we'll just take squats, right? Say you did 3 sets at 315 last week for 10 reps apiece. And now this week, you're supposed to do 3 sets again, okay, and you want to increase that weight. So instead of going to 320 for each set, which would be just a 5-pound increase in the sets, in the weights, you can do 320 for 1 set and then do the next 2 sets at 315. So you don't have to make these big jumps, but even just doing 1 set at a weight that was just 5 pounds heavier was in itself an incremental increase. It told your body, hey, we're ready to do a little bit more, and that's what we call progressive overload. So again, you beginners are gonna jump up a lot faster, but you guys that have been doing it for a longer time, you don't have to increase that much, but you do have to progressively overload the system on an incremental basis in order to continue to get your strength gains. Number 5, the art of the deload week. So when you're lifting heavy weights, you are at like 100% intensity, okay? You're doing everything you can, getting your body geared up to be able to lift these heavy weights. You need that intensity. However, you can't keep that up on a week-to-week basis throughout the entire year. So typically in a 4-week program, okay, which is just a good baseline for the way programs work, 4 weeks and then they'll change, right? You'll have a deload week. So you go through that program and then one of the weeks will be a deload where you back it up. Okay, you're not at 100%, you're not at your heaviest weight you can lift. You back it up a little bit. You still have your hands on weights. You're still going through the motions, but it's just not as heavy. It gives your body an ability to be able to recover from that high intensity work. So my recommendation is to make your deload week where you kind of back up that intensity in the first week of your program. Again, most programs typically 4 weeks. If you put it on your first week, when things change, when you might be learning new movements or changing things, and you might lose a week here just trying to figure that stuff out. Say your deload week was later in the month, okay? You might lose just a week just trying to figure stuff out. So make your deload that week, and then the next 3 weeks at your highest intensity. It's probably the best way to be able to kind of gear it back. You do it when you're transitioning into a new program. Back up that intensity. It's going to be the best way to continue to get those strength gains. Again, give your body a little bit of rest so it can come back stronger next time to be able to really get after it. And hey guys, if you want more tips like these, I've got a free report for you. It's called 7 Steps to Shredded, where of course getting stronger plays a big role in being able to get leaner. So if you want that free report, you can download it by clicking this button right here. Mobile device users, you can head down below, click the first link in the description. And as always, if you guys really appreciate these videos, head down below, like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel so you can get them sent directly to you. But I hope these tips help you out. Guys, enjoy getting stronger, picking things up, putting them back down. Use these 5 tips.